Good afternoon, everybody. Hey. Yeah, I thought I'd do this video to respond about my views about those antidepressants, psychedelics, blah, 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 blah thing, because I kind of feel that doing a video and kind of talking verbally is a lot easier than typing out, because you miss out on typing shit out, you know what I mean? But, yeah, psychedelics using like microdosing, treat mental illness. I'm quite iffy about literally. Why? Because they're pretty much if you look into the drug families and all that, antidepressants and these psychedelics come from pretty much the same family of drugs and all that. And as you know anything about psychedelics, they're mind-altering drugs. Sure, every drug alters you mentally somehow, but psychedelics is pretty much one end of the spectrum. It's kind of like, saying other drugs are like beer, cheap beer at best. They have low alcohol content. And psychedelics is like moonshine. That's how much psychedelics alters your mind. Now, what's the difference from antidepressants and psychedelics? Well, the only difference, because, I've taken both at some point in my life, and although psychedelics, it's been a long time, absolutely long time, since I ever had any. They both give you that kind of euphoric feeling, like you're on kind of cloud nine, you're top of the world, whatever, kind of feeling, and all that. But the only difference is when you're on antidepressants, you don't not necessarily see things like those visual hallucinations that you get with things like LSD, magic mushrooms, whatever. But the thing is, both alter your mind somehow, and with depression and other mental illness, you already have a chemical imbalance in your brain, right? And that's bad enough as is. Now, there's other treatments that are out there that does an effective job, but guess what? They make it too goddamn expensive that maybe the top third of wealth might be able to afford it to have that healthy level and all that. Now, this antidepressant is just kind of like a band-aid, what it is. It's not really intended for long-term use. Neither is the whole psychedelic microdosing. It might be one of the things, a temporary fix, like if you're having, let's say, a severe episode or something like that. But for mild cases like myself, like we're talking the mild end of the spectrum, that's kind of like overkill. Really severely overkill. Oh, this is a cigarette, by the way, not, the other thing, but I do on my own. But anyway, essentially what happens is it's only meant for short-term use. Both, either one, really. You're talking maybe 2 to 5 years tops that you should be ever using. Either one, like if you actually look into the whole chemistry, the whole logic of it all, like 5 years tops. Tops. And with anyone who knows anything about mental illness, it's not like you take a medication for, X amount of time, then you're cured. It can go in remission like cancer, but you still have it, and something could trigger, next episode or batches or whatever, and usually it's a money-making grab, what it is. Because honestly, instead of charging you a big chunk at once, right? They'll say, oh, it'll take, let's say, $50,000 total, to fix whatever to get to that comfortable level. What the right way is, what they kind of do is they kind of make it big chunks of money at a time, so you're not going to pay the $50K at once type of deal, It's kind of like saying, we're going to charge you $5,000 for 10 visits over the next 10 months type of deal. But the non-expensive is kind of like saying, we're only going to charge you $50 a month over the next, what's the math, 100 months? But you get the idea, type of thing, or 500, whatever the math is. And, as long as you get the idea. And, but they get you over an extended period of time, and that's how they do it, they rope you in slowly but surely, it's an easy, cheap method to kind of band-aid situations, but it's not as effective as the other one. The other one's way more effective, and that's go to a psychologist, therapist, whatever, talking it out. It's stuff like getting proper nutrition, getting the proper exercise, kind of having that support network, in your life, That's what it boils down to, and a lot of these drugs may be legit prescribed from the doctor to the illegal kind, People with mental illness who use a consistent basis usually are looking for that temporary fix, what it is, because, these drugs usually they give them the sense of feeling like they're feeling good, they're happy for once, something that their mind can't produce naturally, like the good positive feelings that the mind chemicals in their mind can't produce enough of naturally to do an effective job, right? And basically the healthy eating, exercise, therapists and all that takes longer and it's more expensive because it works. And basically, by doing that, you work out your problems in a healthy way, and essentially the exercise and healthy eating will get the mind slowly generating those chemicals again to get the feelings of happiness or euphoria or the good positive feelings, working again in your mind, and generating, working, pumping it out. And that's what's wrong. While these drugs kind of thing, they just give you that feeling right then and there, and the system's not producing it naturally. So what happens is that people who do it for extended time or different